poaching is considered as illegal killing of animals in national parks. But a few days ago, I was sitting somewhere and I heard someone saying that in Tanzania, poaching is illegal, but if you pay enough money, you can be allowed to even hunt an elephant. How true is that?
It's very true.
Okay.
So there is poaching
Yeah.
and there is hunting tourism.
Okay.
And poaching is actually, it's like stealing. It's like you just wake up and you just want to go and kill an elephant just because you want to take the tasks,
Okay.
or you want to kill wildebeest because you want to eat the meat, right? There is hunting tourism in Tanzania, and it's under Tanzania Wildlife Management Authority, TAWA, and it's not done in national parks. We have 21 national parks in Tanzania. Now I need to do a whole lesson about this.
Yeah.
So in national parks, which is under Tanzania National Parks, which is also under the Ministry of Tourism and Natural Resources.
Okay.
So you have Tanzania National Parks managing national parks, 21 national parks.
Okay.
In national parks, you take only pictures and you leave only footprints. That means you're not supposed to do any other economic activities except for tourism. And tourism, not hunting tourism.
Yeah.
Now, we have Tanzania Wildlife Management Authority, which actually manages wildlife outside national parks.
Okay.
So if it happens and we see a lion in Bahari Beach right now,
Yeah.
the people we are going to call to take that lion back to the national park or wherever it came from, or from a zoo or something, is Tanzania Wildlife Management people.
Okay.
Because they are the ones who are managing wildlife outside national parks. So if you see an animal in zoo,
Yeah.
under Tanzania Wildlife Management Authority, so they have game controlled areas.
Yeah.
They have game reserves.
Okay.
And they manage wildlife in WMAs, which is wildlife management areas.
Okay.
So wildlife management areas is where people are the community is the one that manages the wildlife.
Okay.
I will give you an example of a wildlife management area is Endwimet in Arusha,
Okay.
or West Kilimanjaro, I would say, or in Lake Natron, where you have the Maasais who are living there,
Yeah.
but you also have the wildlife around there. So now coming to hunting tourism. Tanzania Wildlife Management Authority, TAWA, allows, and our law allows, to hunt animals on a special permit.
Okay.
And it's not cheap.
Okay.
So there are people who like to hunt animals for sport.
Yeah.
So what they do is they hunt the animals,
Yeah.
but they're given a special permit to hunt a certain animal. Mind you, the animals who are hunted are either wounded or very old.
Wow.
So if you see a wounded elephant, they will die anyway,
Yeah.
So the money that we get from hunting tourism, from hunting animals who are wounded and very old, helps with conserving the ones who are fit to go to the next generation. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it makes sense because it was last year. There was a picture of a very huge crocodile that went so viral, and there were two white guys in front of it. People were asking, who allowed these people to kill this crocodile in Tanzania?
They had permit.
Yeah,
They
and
had permit.
I came to realize that they did it very legally.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of crocs, crocodiles.
Okay.
They even eat people sometimes.
Yeah.
So sometimes the government allows hunting to reduce the number of these animals, because if you say what we do is to bring a balance between wildlife and humans.
Okay.
We shouldn't forget that we live in this world as well.
Yeah.
As much as we want to protect the wild animals, we don't want them to destroy us.
Yeah.
So with crocodiles, sometimes there's so many, so the government gives a permit for people to hunt crocodiles to reduce the number of crocodiles and to reduce the impact of crocodiles eating human beings. Does that make sense?
You are a travel journalist. That means you're always traveling on the road. And as you said before, you are rarely in Dar es Salaam. You don't even remember when was the last time that you spent more than a month in Dar es Salaam. So I've been wondering, being always on the road, how is life like, and how do you get to balance that life and work relationship?
I would say for the last 4 years, my life has been work
Okay.
mostly. I didn't have a balance. Like to be honest, I didn't have a balance. I've always mzani unaelemea upande waka mmoja.
Okay.
Up to of recent, I even realized that it's not even healthy. Like
Okay.
I'm not exercising, I am not eating right.
Yeah.
So I haven't really had a balance. I'm also struggling to find a balance between my work, which requires me to travel a lot, and my life, especially with my health, working out and eating right. Sababu, when you travel, you get to see different kind of food. You want to try different things. Go. Sometimes I can't control myself.
And where do you travel mostly?
So I travel around the country.
Okay.
Yeah, off grid most of the time. National parks, game reserves, forest reserve, marine parks and reserves. I also travel around southern African countries, South Africa, Botswana, Namibia.